Hey YouTube, we are continuing our series on the 3 stages of homeschool, just kind of like a tickler, my dad used to call it. The actual free masterclass is found in the descriptions below. It takes about an hour to go through and you can spread it out over a couple days. It's really great. So in stage 1, we talked about the foundation stage, right? Getting your kids ready to read and learn, those types of things. Stage 2 is number 1, my absolute favorite stage of homeschooling, and number 2, the stage where I see most homeschoolers trip and fall. Actually, it's where I see education trip and fall and fail our kids. Stage 2 is affectionately called the flourishing and fun stage. And the reason that it's a challenge is because most people that I talk with, most people that we coach, are not flourishing and are not having fun. But that's because they are governed and chasing after curriculum and learning benchmarks rather than delighting in learning. The flourishing and fun stage of homeschool, you got to remember that your kids already know how to read, at least a basic level of reading. They already know how to move numbers around, at least a basic amount. And they live in this world where they are holding a supercomputer that is more powerful than the one that was used to put us on the moon back in 1969. When I was a little girl, I lived in San Diego, and I have a distinct memory of my mom packing us girls. There were 3 of us at the time. I have a little brother too, but he wasn't there yet. And we were packed and we were getting ready to go to the beach. And on the way to the beach in San Diego, through the windy dirt roads that no longer are there, we stopped at my father's work. And my dad's place of business was, what was it called? Digital Scientific. And my dad is one of those pioneering type computer dudes that did all kinds of amazing things. And I remember walking in, and I was little, I was 5, 6 maybe, and the supercomputer, less powerful than my iPhone, took up the entire building. It was this massive beast of a machine. You have to remember that that's the world that your kids are living in, not the ancient take up all the room, but they're holding supercomputers. So the challenge is in this flourishing and fun season, if you just tell them things and give them facts to regurgitate, they get really frustrated. If they're obedient, they're going to do the work, but they're going to do it quickly so that they can get to the other side, so that they can do what they really want to do. But if they're strong-willed children, like some of mine, they're going to push back against the curriculum because they're going to look at it and say, why? Why do I need to do this? Why do I need to know that? When in fact, this season of homeschooling, this stage 2, is when you can lay academics on top of anything that you and your kids find interesting, anything that causes them to make them go, like that old song. So you can take a topic, dinosaurs, space, birds, light, doesn't matter what it is, and then you can find ways to tap into math, writing, reading, history, science, art, music, food, all those things. And you can bring learning to life in a way that causes the light to come back in your child's eyes, the color to rush back to their face, and for you to exhale at night because you know this is what you signed up for with homeschooling. Stage 2 gets destroyed by curriculum all the time. And it doesn't matter. We homeschooled 25 years. I taught in a classroom for a few years. I'm now a tutor part-time in the afternoons in our local community where I get to work with kids that are in the public school system. And I can tell you that it doesn't matter whether your kids are homeschooled, private schooled, or public schooled. Curriculum is not where it's at. It's not a fit for our society today, which is why it's frustrating as a homeschooler if you are curriculum led, because you're gonna constantly be looking over the fence. Well, maybe I should get that curriculum. Maybe I should get that supplemental thing. Maybe I should do this. right? You're constantly looking over the fence thinking there's got to be a better way. But the better way is by embracing that season. So if that speaks to you in any way, I'm going to invite you to that free masterclass because there's more details inside. But recognize that there are only 3 stages. We've already talked about stage 1. We just talked about stage 2. And next, we'll talk about the 3rd stage, the launching stage. It's the fast warp speed stage. So we'll talk about that next time. Have a great day.